Okay, let's get this started over. Hello, my little chicken nuggets, and welcome back to the Coop'd podcast. It is your host, Josiah. How are you guys doing today? I know this is not the usual set. This is not my home studio. We are somewhere different today. We're in a different studio, and that is because we were having some technical difficulties, let's just say, in my home studio. So we are in a new one today. I don't know how I feel about this. You guys can be the judge of how you feel about me being in this setting, but I feel like I definitely wore the wrong colors for this. A dark background definitely is not going to do me justice for this, but we are working with what we got for today's episode. And speaking of today's episode, this is the 10th episode. And that's on motherfucking period, okay? I am so happy to have gotten to the 10th episode, okay? That's 10 full weeks of the Coop'd podcast. That's 10 full weeks of me just spewing information to you guys, stories, facts, never fiction, fun, honest, raw truth. And I am happy to be doing so. I've been finding that a lot of my friends are now just figuring out that I have a podcast. And they're like, oh my God, what do you talk about on there? And I'm like, my life. And they're like, really? And I'm like, yeah, just talk about my life and living my best life and just doing the things necessary to live an authentic life and just talking about all the fun things along the way and all the fun stories. So, you guys, you know how the deal, the spiel. On Saturdays, we record, and I've already had a full Saturday, and it's not even 5 p.m. It's about to be 5 p.m., and that's why I have a drink. Take a guess as to what I'm drinking. You may never know unless you comment and can guess correctly, but yep, I'm having my 5 p.m. drink. Saturday, we're recording the episode, and unfortunately, we have to go out tonight. It's one of my friend's birthdays, and she wants everybody to go out, and so we are going out. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta record. But I've already done so many things for the day today. I went to brunch with one of my friends who I haven't seen in forever. I miss and love her, Aruba. She's been traveling back and forth between LA and New York as of recent. So we caught up, we went to brunch, and then we went to the pool at my place. And, we had a good time. It was fun. It was fresh. I love catching up with her. She's like my East Coast baddie, who I love so much. And it was nice catching up with her. And even though I have to go out tonight, I'm kind of dreading it. But I keep telling myself that I'm going to stop going out. We went to brunch. We went to the pool. We've been cooling and booling and vibing. And now here I am recording this episode for you guys. And then I'm going to have to go and get ready to go out tonight. And I don't want to, but I have to, because it's all about networking and just meeting new people. And last week, I want to tell you guys about going out last week because I had so much fun. I was invited out with one of my friends, Olivia, who I've known for quite some time. I've known her since West Palm. I've known her, she's from Florida. I've known her probably since she was 8 and I was 11. And we used to have sleepovers at my house. And now we are running the streets of LA together. It's crazy. But she was invited out to go to the floor room for a friend's birthday. And she asked me if I wanted to come with her. So I was like, fuck yeah, I'm down to go out. I haven't been to the floor room, I've gone to eat there, but I haven't gone out there. So when she was like, do you want to come? I was like, sure, let's go. And boy, oh boy, influencer galore. Which honestly, it's quite funny nowadays because You would think that, being in LA, you're running into influencers all the time, there's just famous people everywhere. But it's still a little shocking when people that you followed on socials or have interacted with, and then you're seeing them in person, you kind of don't know how to act. Yeah, but it's just so interesting seeing, influencers out in public in the same space that you were in because obviously it's LA, you have influencers, celebrities everywhere, everyone's a normal person, but to still see them in person is crazy. And, I'm low key waiting and excited to get to that point where I have a following and people are excited to come see me and talk to me and take pictures with me. And I don't want a lot of people doing it, but just a good amount. I'm down for a good amount. I don't want to get chased down the streets. But maybe if you recognize me and you want to take a picture, you want me to sign something, like let's get it on and pop in. But like please don't be chasing me down the streets when I'm famous. And I will be famous, unfortunately. Well, not unfortunately, because it's what I want, but I will be famous. The peoples wrote it in my yearbook. When I was in high school, people were writing it in my yearbook. They're like, please don't forget about the little people when you become famous. And it's like, that has always been my vibe, my shtick. So I am at the floor room. I'm with Olivia. We're having a good time. We're hanging out with all these people. It's her friend's birthday. At this one girl who I won't say her name, but she is genuinely one of the sweetest people I have ever met. And, her and I talked about that. I told her, I was like, I go out, but when I go out with intention because I'm trying to make genuine relationships with people. I'm not necessarily trying to find people that, I'm using or they're using me to do something. Like, no, like I moved to LA. I moved to LA because I've always wanted to live here and not necessarily, I mean, yes, the glitz and the glam, like I love all of that stuff, but like really, like I want to start a life here and I need to figure out how to do it. And it's not through these quid pro quos or like you scratch my back, I scratch yours. It's like I want to have genuine relationships with people. And so that's what I'm really, really, really trying to do. So her and I, we literally were talking the entire time. The entire time. And we weren't even at her table. Yeah, when we went out, we weren't even at her table. Olivia and I were at her friend's table, and then we were just like walking around and we saw that her friend and that girl that I'm talking about was there. So we just ended up hanging out at their table, and it was so fun. She was so cute. I love her. I'm like, I'm obsessed. And you know who she was? When we were talking, I was like, I love you so much. Can I please get like your socials? I would love to hang out with you again. And she's like, sure. So she gives me her Instagram. She puts it into my phone. Like I locked my phone, didn't even look. And then she goes, follow yourself back on my phone. And I was like, okay. I was like, I thought that was a little weird at first. And I was like, okay, I guess influencers are like that. She goes, follow yourself back. When I grabbed her phone, opened her Instagram, and I saw the amount of followers that she had, I was like, yeah, girl, of course you just told me to follow you back because I would get lost in the sauce. You would never see my name again with the amount of followers that you have. And I just thought it was so funny. I'm meeting these people and I'm like, oh my God, is this where I belong? Like, this is the life that I wanted. I'm trying to build my own life, my own following, and just being around other creators is very motivating, inspiring, but like also it makes me know that I'm on the right path. And I think that, people, it's funny. People are like, oh, like you're trying to be an influencer, or this and that. And I'm like, I'm sure, I guess at this point in life, I'm trying to be an influencer. I was just trying to be a content creator and just create content and just be on the back end of things. But I think my personality is not, my personality should never be on the back ends of things. My personality needs to be on the front end. And I need to do it as an influencer. It's been exciting hanging out with people that, you don't know who they are, but you're getting to meet them. And it's just genuine. Like, it's genuine. And it's funny because I didn't even put two and two together. But when her and I were talking, these random guys just kept coming up. Granted, she is very pretty. But these random guys just kept coming up to her, trying to talk to her, asking to take pictures with her. And I was like, who the fuck is this girl? Like the entire time I was like, who the fuck is this girl? But like her and I were talking, and I was literally just like, okay, whatever. Like, it's LA. Like, everybody's a something here, right? So I just let it be. But we've been in communication since, and she's super sweet. But after us chit chatting the night away at Floor Room, we all ended up going to an after party, and that was cute. And we stayed there for a little bit. But then from Floor Room, we went to another after party, some mansion party, which is the one that you guys saw on my Instagram story. It's funny because as a gay man, you can get into a lot of things just being with the girls. And I love it. I literally love it. I didn't have to pay when I went into the club. I didn't have to pay either. After party, obviously, it's a little bit more like, oh, who are you with? Who are you here to see? Blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh, I'm with her. She knows whoever, blah, 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 blah. That's fine. But like, even just being able to be there and go in and have a good time, I'm just like, mind blown. Literally mind blown. But we went to this after party, and at the after party, I was not expecting this. I ran into the one and only Lila Gibney. Shout out to Lila Gibney. I love that bitch. I have followed her on socials for 6 to 8 years, okay? Like, I follow her. And she's inspiring. She talked about how when she first moved to LA, she like literally would follow Tana around until she became friends with Tana and this, that, and the third. The backstory, obviously when I saw Lila, we took a picture. But when I saw her, I was like, hey girl, do you remember me? And she's like, oh my God, yeah, hey, how are you? The funny thing is that Lila lives in my neighborhood. Let's just say that, well, say she lives in my neighborhood. And I know that because she would post pictures all the time. And I'm like, that looks like that's my street. She looks close to me. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, I'm going to run into this bitch one day. So one day I was walking Stella in my neighborhood and I see Lila walking her dog. And I'm literally like, I look at her, I go, no fucking way. And she had her headphones on and she like goes, she's like, what? I was like, no fucking way. And she was like, what? And I was like, literally, I was like, I knew that you live super close to me because I would, every time I see you post, you're posting super close to me. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, eventually I'm going to run into this girl because why wouldn't I? And so that was funny. And we had a little kiki at the party. I was just like, am I talking in it? Am I talking in it? I don't know. I left the party at 5:30 in the morning, and I had to be at work at 10:30. And that was not cute. That was giving college days. Would not recommend. Well, I do recommend. Live your best dream. Do what you gotta do. Live out your best life and get to work at the same time. However, I did not actually get to work on time. I had to be at work at 10:30 and I got there at 11. But I made it. And it's not a 9 to 5. So guess what? If it was a 9 to 5, they might be a little pissed. But it's not a 9 to 5, babes. They didn't give a fuck. My manager, my boss, her and I are like, and it's so funny because she's always like, you need to do this. You need to do this. She's like, I am banking on you becoming famous. And I'm like, I laugh every time. My friends, I'm the influencer friend out of a majority of my friends. I feel like everyone's normal. And I'm just like, influencer lifestyle. Let's get it on and poppin'. Woo! But, I don't know. It was a good time. I enjoyed the party. Would I go back? 100%. 100%. But, let me tell you guys a little story about actually what happened at this party, okay? So, this is what I'm talking about when, first of all, we're in LA, babes, okay? Everybody here is gay. So, like, why are you coming for me? So, I was walking around this party, the mansion party. I was walking around and I'm wearing like my mesh shirt. I was wearing a mesh long sleeve black shirt with polka dots and like these nice pants and my black boots. So I'm literally just standing there chit chatting to somebody and then they walk away and then this straight guy comes up to me and he goes, "What are you wearing?" And obviously he was talking about my shirt. And so I looked at him up and down. "What are you wearing?" And he was like, What do you mean?" And I was like, "What are you wearing?" And he's like, "I'm wearing a polo." I was like, "Exactly." I was like, "You see, I can wear what you're wearing, but you cannot wear what I'm wearing. You can't pull this off, babes. Don't come up to me and say, 'What are you wearing?' What are you wearing?" Not Givenchy, not Balmain or Balenciaga. So don't come up to me and say, "What are you wearing?" And I'm like, maybe I should have said Louboutins. A mile needs Louboutins. Oh my God, straight men piss me off sometimes, but I am literally just trying to enjoy life. And it's funny because I am happy. I'm so happy. I think that with the podcast, it's kind of doing what it's supposed to be doing, but within my own circle. I'm really needing it to just branch out, like okay, I literally, all my friends, they've been coming up to me, they've been asking me how to handle things, and I love that. I love that, but also, I don't have all the answers, babes. All I know is from my life experiences that I try and tell you guys through stories, through like advice, but like at the end of the day, I don't have all the answers. I just have a podcast. So, yeah, I mean, people are just now finding out that I have a podcast too, which I think is funny. My friends have been subscribing, but I need more people to subscribe. And you guys, I think I'm a little drunk from drinking my little drink. But yeah, so we did last Saturday was so much fun. Just meeting new people, going out, partying with the influencers. It is what it is, you guys. You have to learn to live your best life. I posted a TikTok. I'm going viral on TikTok right now. Go take a look at it. Jaysha did on TikTok. I'm going viral. You can be part of it too. But I really do think it's funny that people know me as the influencer friend. And I hope to continue to influence people to live their best life. You guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the Coop'd podcast. This is the 10th episode. We have many more to go. That being said, you should subscribe, comment, follow, like, do whatever the fuck you people do to keep up with me. Don't tell me what to wear. And I love you guys so much. Stay tuned for next week's episode. Catch me at the next influencer event. Love you. Mwah.